How's it going, Commanders? I'm Feca, and this is Feca's first Alliance Assault and Station Capture. With us, we have the leading strategic officer for Gravity, Brinksbro.
What up?
And he's going to be helping me in the Alliance Assault against the always bad guy, Muse.
Hey there, guys. It's Muse.
So what we're going to do here, what we kind of set up, is we have a strategic point we really want in the form of this GT, and we really want to take it. Muse is bunkered up here, and a normal attack, a normal assault, won't really cut it. So what we're going to kind of introduce here is the Alliance Assault, and why we need it and kind of the best way to use it. Now, for an Alliance Assault, you obviously, it's better off if you have buddies here. We have your Alliance Station, which has buildings to kind of buff up the amount of operating fleets you can get in an Alliance Assault. And so this is just how you kind of go ahead and do it. If you have the permissions from your Alliance leader, you go to Assault, Alliance Assault, and you'll schedule an Alliance Assault. Now, scheduling an Alliance Assault, at minimum, has to be an hour out, if you'll see here. So that can cause definitely some problems, especially in a short-range fight here. I'm pretty close to him, but we'll go ahead and just schedule an hour out, and Brinksbro and I will kind of react to that. So this is the screen we have. We have the normal stuff, briefing, info. If you guys aren't using Discord, you can probably throw briefing up there, info on any of this stuff about Alliance Assaults, as you've seen on the other stuff. And what's kind of important here, as we get into troop carriers, will be this: if conquered, the station will be awarded to. At base, it's random. As we add troop carriers to this, we'll be able to pick who actually will capture the station. So before we get into all that, though, we need to make sure we're prepared for the attack. Now, just like every other attack, what we're going to do is go ahead and sabotage, probe, spy, kind of set up the base level for that. So if Brinksbro, if you want to go ahead, you're our sabotage hammer, you can go ahead and start probing these areas, and they should kind of be visible in mine. You can see him going pretty quick on the test server. He'll probe these areas, and we'll see what outposts that he's working with. And as we pretty much can imagine, he has a logistics hub. We'll spy here in a second, just make sure it is part of Muse support here. And I'm sure he has some missile batteries around, but it's not. Yeah, here's one. We're not crazy worried about it, but it definitely will help to sabotage. So we'll go ahead and spy these now. Something else I'm kind of showing off here as well will be the Tianqiao spy report. We can actually see the cards on the station, which will matter a lot of times. What's in his construction queues and all the resources. We can just confirm the logistics hub is part of this, and to see what other things he might have. So we've seen that on there, and now we kind of... There's fleets on there, as you saw, but we're not too stressed about the fleets because we fully intend to sabotage him. Now, what we're going to be worried about is the fleets we can't avoid, which will be these ones here in this fleets category, and you can actually see the different cards that are in there. The spy report's a little bugged, so we'll keep on jumping up there. We see he does have the missile battery level 5, but nothing else too tricky going on. About 6 fleets of patrols, and we can actually see the cards because of the Tianqiao spy report. So what we would do in this case is we know we have the Alliance Assault scheduled for 0022. So we'll have Brinks here go ahead and schedule his sabotages for right about a second before. 2 seconds if you're worried about server lag or something. Every once in a while it still becomes a problem, but usually it's not really too big of a deal. When he does that, something that is kind of new to the meta as well, we'll be using your Gatos Fritos Corvettes to pepper down an enemy Alliance station. What the Gatos Fritos does is, if we go to our buildings, it's actually an organization here. During a raid movement, Corvettes and Destroyers will lose a bunch of hit points, but will gain a bunch of firepower. How combat systems work in this game, as long as you know you're not getting past the first round of waves, it's going to do the full amount of firepower over there, and he'll do it to you. You're doing a really good trade in that fact. So we've actually had to back out and change the time because we realized we're a little bit far away. So we'll go here to not the Alliance Assault. We'll go here to a normal raid. And I'm going to go ahead and raid 1 second before. The new time was 040404. So we will go to 04. You can type it in here, 0403. So I'm going to go ahead and schedule this for that time. You'll see them scheduling here. And then I want to confirm that Brinks is going to go 2 seconds before me. So he sabotages right before my Gatos raid hit. You confirm that, Brinks?
That would be 040402. Can you confirm?
Yes. We can confirm here. So 040404. Mine will be landing at 040403. And the sabotage will be at 040402. So now that we've done this, we've scheduled our gatos, we've scheduled the sabotages, we've made sure to communicate with our team that everyone is doing everything. We can go ahead and now assign the Alliance Assault. So if you may have seen before, I've firepowered out all my Corvettes because I know they're going to die in the first round, or that's at least my hope going into the fight. I've lowered all hit points. I'm just trying to one round kill as many units as I possibly can before I die. And I've done the opposite here for my frigates. I've done hit points to ensure the lifespan of my troop carrier. So, Branks, you can go ahead and schedule your Alliance Assault as well. We have this here, and then we have Branksbro with 2 troop carriers. You want to mention why you did that?
I commit TCs in fleets of 1 due to how damage spreading works. This is in order to prevent the case where we meet resistance, so they won't die as easily. If we were sure that we would only meet light resistance or no resistance at all, I'd be safer doing them in 1 stack, so 2 troop carriers in 1 fleet. That would also help with cards, but I just want to be really safe.
All right. And so normally you'll probably only have alliance members with about 1 of these. Getting 2 would be pretty tough. But we needed 3 here to actually get our station capture to. We had it at 160, and we can double check confirm with the spy report. We can just spy him again. It'll get us there quicker. He has a capture defense of 160. Each troop carrier has a base of 20. Then we went ahead and added these cards here, the Xeox strike teams, to get plus 40. So we got 60 strength per troop carrier. That way, Branksbro, by adding 2 as well, got us up to our desired amount. And I just want to add it in here real quick, guys. If you guys aren't actually able to hit that desired amount of what the station capture defense is, you can actually do it in several alliance assaults or even several normal assaults. We're doing it right now in this test environment just as a 1 hit. It's best practice in game if you can round up enough TCs to just hit it in 1 go, because the defense will go down for however many you hit it for, but then it regenerates at 1 per hour. And that can get a little bit annoying if you're waiting 24 hours to do it or you're doing a bunch of rounds and it's a long time. So we've got everything pretty much scheduled up here now. We have the sabotage, the gatos, we've probed, we've spied, we know what we're going up against. We're pretty much probably good to go ahead and jump the server ahead so we can go ahead and not have to wait for all these scheduled fleets. Branks, if you have that command for us. All right, and before we actually send this alliance assault, I've realized I haven't carded my troop carrier. Just so you guys know, you can totally go ahead and just cancel any movements you're making, any kind of scheduled movements, and there's no stress to it. The alliance assault will still be there. Nothing will go wrong. Of course, if it passed the departing time, we'd be in trouble. But I'm actually going to speed card this out. We actually can't speed rune here. There's actually no first 2 slots for the troop carrier either. However, if you wanted to go ahead and do it to like a frigate fleet or something like that, you could easily do that. You'd have to do it to everything, and it always takes the slowest speed, so it'll still go at the slowest possible speed. But now we can go ahead and reassign. Alliance assault here. We can go ahead and get right back into the swing of things and assign it there. We can go ahead and just double check. We have total troop capacities actually at 180. So that's the amount of capture defense we'll take from them. We can just make sure the firepower looks like a good amount. It looks like it takes the tactic of the station you planned it from. So that's actually a pretty important point. You can always change this and play mind games with your enemies. Just whatever station you're currently on when you create the alliance assault will have that tactic. So I think at this point now, we are finally good to go ahead and send the alliance assault. And Branks, if you'll speed us up. And you'll see all these movements flying by. We got all kinds of stuff. We've captured the station. And we actually had to set it to random. It looks like I got it because it wasn't currently working. But this is pretty much the basics of this. We can go ahead and now check the combat reports. We got my first one where I clearly lost all my fleets. That was planned. I didn't win. I didn't get past the first round, which is fantastic. That's not what you want to do with the Gatos round. So I did a ton of damage. 440k damage. But oh no, here we go. I don't know why that one was at the top. Now we got our alliance assault here. We can see that we took very minimal damage because we had pretty much knocked out a good portion with that Gatos raid. We sabotaged, so you don't see his logistics hub and all of his other fleets that we didn't want to mess with over here. And we have conquered it. Now we own a GT that helps us with our Dyson Sphere. Unless you guys have anything else to add, I think we'll end it here. Keep it short and sweet. I hope this helps you guys out, and I look forward to you using it against me.
Y'all take it easy, guys.
See you around.